Hello friends, this is Wendy, and I am a paper crafter, a junk journaler, a scrapbooker, a mess maker, and we're making a mess today. I am totally going to try something I've never tried before. I watched Louisa Heinzel's, first, I noticed her cards last weekend. What was that? Must have been the 6th, January 6th, 2024. For the new live, Tim Holtz live. Fell in love with them, the ones that she did with the rosettes. And I got all excited, and I want to make them. And she just launched kind of how she made them. And so I ran to my closet because I already knew I had rosettes. This is a Tim Holtz. It's old. These are snowflake rosettes. And there's 2 of them. And this is not going to work at all. Not for what I want to do. Absolutely not going to work at all. So as I was watching her video, and I'm only going to do the rosette part, I want to make another card for my spring, oh dear, spring ornaments. There you go. So I thought, well, let's see what I can do. And this is just scrap paper. It's not the quality paper I want to use for the project, but I pulled out, this is Fiscars. This is old. I'm sure you can find something else. But this is what I had, and this is what I'm going to do. And I did this on scrap paper, just kind of partly to see if I could do it, and I can. And I also, and it's not that I don't want to buy anything by Tim Holtz, because I do. But I have spent my wad for a while. I am on probation. And I wanted to figure out the size. And I think this size will go on here just fine. Let's see. As I go around. And I don't mind if it comes off a little bit. Yeah, it'll work. So we're going to make our own rosette. And I need... So this wasn't even 12 inches long. But I know that I want it to be 1.5 inches wide. But first. Well, I'm hoping you can see my process here. I'm hoping I can do it with a ring in my face here. So if you have scallops, and if they're dusty like mine, I have not used these in a while. Okay. So I need to adjust that a little bit so I don't hit it. Let's see. So I have found that if I punch first, wow. Okay, so going through watercolor paper is tough. Just so you know. I may have to punch and come back. But if I do it first, notice that 1/4 inch or so is totally lost in doing this. Let's see, I've already kind of figured out that I have to go 1, 2 to line this up. Yes, I did that right. So go all the way over and go 1, 2. Hopefully this is a good quality watercolor cardstock, because I think it is. And I was watching Louisa's video. She was saying that her cardstock was not as good quality as her watercolor cardstock was not as good quality as like Ranger's that is designed for Tim Holtz, right? So, you know, but this is what I have. Okay, So now I am going to cut this so that this is 1.5 inches. When I was making this one, it reminded me of when I was a little girl growing up in California. In the, you know, I am a mid-century modern kind of gal, I guess I should say. But when I was putting this together, it was like, oh, you know, we used to do this to make fans. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Air conditioning was kind of a new thing. I didn't know this until like a couple of years ago. But we didn't have air conditioning. I didn't even know anything about air conditioning. It wasn't until high school, when I was in high school, my dad finally broke down and got some. Maybe the price finally was doable for him. But I was watching a building that was being renovated, and it had no windows in it. And they said one of the reasons the architect wanted to show off the new invention, air conditioning. And I was like, what? That's like within my lifetime? Oh my gosh, you know. Anyway, back in the 60s, they wanted to, not when they were renovating it in the 20s, the 20, not the 1920s, but the 20 teens. Anyway, this is not as easy with the watercolor paper as it was with this, but it'll work. The sad thing is that the hills and valleys do not line up exactly with this, or it would have been an easier thing. So if I find that I like this technique that I am doing for this ornament, I probably would invest in the new, just out of the vault. Maybe it's called Rosette. It's got stars, right? It's got the stars and the hearts and the rosettes in it. I would invest in that one. That was one I thought, oh, I would never need to do that because I already have it. But I'm also not big on doing these rosettes, even though I have that one. It's not like it's a die I have used a lot. I will show you something that I did use with that die, though. This is from a few Christmases ago. I made quite a few of these, and I would like to, I don't know, try to feel a little better. I did not use, well, it doesn't matter. I should have used either a mixed media cardstock or watercolor paper, because this is real flimsy. Then, so these turn on. Got a little light. Got these at Walmart. But here's the rosette. The red is the rosette. You can probably see it better from the bottom. And it's like a little snowflake. And I was thinking about making ornaments out of it, or, you know, whatever. But I like it. I really should revisit this. Then what I did is I made a little house and put it on top, so then the house lights up, so it's a little Christmas house. But the houses also were something that I didn't have the patience for, or whatever. So now I would like to revisit this and try this again. And I may do it in the not too distant future after the baby book. But I have to have a little break in between the baby book and other things. I'm trying to decide exactly how I want to make the next. It'll be baby's first Easter, and I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to do. I mean, I've got a good idea of what I want to do, but I haven't. The design is there. It's just I want it to be bigger, but there also has to be room for a photograph, right? So anyway, so this is a little on the tedious side, I will admit. So I will speed this up. So even if I were to buy the rosette, which again, if I decide that I am going to become a rosette factory and make lots of them, if this is the one and only rosette I'm ever going to make, besides the ones that I already have, then I won't buy that die. But if I decide that this is so stinking cute that I want to, I don't know what I would make more than just that ornament though. But if I decide that this is so stinking cute, I want to put it on the front of all my junk journals or whatever. If I want to mass produce, I will definitely buy that. So, you know, that's kind of something, you know, to think about. Ooh, I'm almost done. Look at that. And I talked and I stayed on task. Wow, I'm proud of me. I think that's the last one there. We'll just see how it all turns out. What I need to glue with and everything. Okay, so here is the next step. And so Louisa was saying she likes, and I would agree with her completely, that she wants the round part to be on the top. So the valley, hills and valleys, right? So the valley is going to be creased as a valley, and the round is going to be the hill. And this is what we would do when we made fans when I was in first and second grade. I really remember this from first grade. This is one of the few memories that, I mean, I have a few memories from back then, but they were all kind of silly things like the lunch boxes. And I can't remember if it was first grade or second grade when Mary Poppins first came out, the movie with Julie Andrews, you know? Okay, I'm old. I told you I'm old. And Mary Poppins had just come out, and everybody had a Mary Poppins lunchbox. And they were metal, you know, the old-fashioned, well, they weren't old then. They were brand new. Can't remember what year it was that I got a Twiggy lunchbox, because Twiggy was just in. Oh, this is... So this may be a lesson in futility, and you may see me throw this whole thing away in frustration and choose not to do it at all. I love her card so much. I mean, it really, wow. I'm not going to buy that die just to do this one thing though. Rosettes are definitely, oh man, I'm gonna give up. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. All right. Yeah, you don't need to see me stress out on this, so. Okay, wow. It was extra difficult. It was much easier to do it out of this thinner cardstock, this is a very thin cardstock. Doing it out of the watercolor paper was much more difficult. Let me see if I can get this to do the rosette thing in my fingers. Just to see if I can get it to go around. Oh, good. That means I actually have more than what I need. Just need to figure out now where I need to cut it. So let's see. I'm thinking right around, well, I'm going to give it a little extra. Let's see. So this is why I don't do a lot of rosettes. Because it's work, right? Oh, but that's awfully attractive. Okay. I hate to make you watch all this, but you might need to if you've never done this before. So I need to, did I do that too short? Should I have made it longer? Guess I should turn this back on, have you see what I am attempting to do. I am attempting to glue this together. And this stuff right here, even if it doesn't look good, I'm going to be cutting it out. Because if you saw hers, she cut out 1/4 of it, but she made the rosette first. It really looked like when you see it on the on the card, it looks like she did not do that, but she showed the exact process of how she made it. And I'm going to follow that exact process right now and see how happy I am. I need to determine what size circle I need to cut. So I'll do that right now. So I need it to be a little bigger. I think this is the size I need. So this is the second smallest. And this is Stacked Circles by Tim Holtz. And I'm going to cut 2 of them, and I'm going to cut them out of watercolor paper. So Louisa used the hot glue gun. I don't have one. And she gave this tip, and she said she got this tip from Tim Holtz, where she put a little bit of glue. Oh, let me get it so you can see it. Sorry. So I put a little bit of glue here that I'm going to then pull up later. And then I think, let's see. So this is Fabric Fix. Ah, that's not holding it. The whole idea was that it was supposed to hold it. So maybe hot glue would have held it better. But this is Fabric Fix. I have other stuff too. Ah, there we go. Okay, wow. How did I ever do these? So have I mentioned that rosettes are kind of a pain? Because they are. Let's see if I can get this to work. So if I get one down, the other one's so much easier. Okay. So I'm going to just hold this here for a bit. I'm going to put something heavy on that, and I'm going to walk away and have some lunch. So I'll be back. Okay, Fabric Fix was a disaster. It's still on there. I'm not going through all that again. I'm telling you right now, if I have to do that all over again, I'm throwing the rosette away and canceling any dreams of doing that. This time I'm going to use Collage Medium. Okay. Let's see if Collage Medium will do it. And this time I'm going to glue the top one. I did a little bigger circle this time also. We'll see what happens. Collage Medium is, well, it's a good glue on paper. So I made a little bigger circle. And it's already trying to lift. Maybe if I start squirting underneath. I know you're all going to say, get yourself a glue gun. And if I decide that I like this and want to make more rosettes, I will buy the I'll buy the Sizzix by Tim Holtz, and I will get a hot glue gun. But right now, I just want this to work. I clearly was able, I just don't remember what I used. I know I didn't use hot glue, and I was successful on those. Well, maybe I need to do both sides at the same time. Let me get this back in the middle. Try the other side too, and then I will put something heavy on it. So this is Tim Holtz Collage Medium. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than the PVA glue that I generally use. And I love that PVA glue. But I need something way more tough. I think I will glue underneath again and hope that some of this will stick. I understand now why she said she needed to make sure that she got it down into the crevices. So this is Rosette. This is your final chance. I'm going to set this on it. And I'm going to walk away. And I'll be back in a while. I will definitely eat some lunch. And I'll watch something fun to try to, you know, make me feel better. Okay, so I have made my lunch, eaten my lunch, and did a Tai Chi video with my son. Is it gonna hold? Is it gonna hold? Oh my goodness. No, it's still not holding. I don't know whether I should just make a few more circles to go on here. I'm going to try drying it. This is a little soft, so I'm going to try drying it with my dryer and see what happens. I think one of my mistakes was that I even tried the fabric fix. This may end up not doing what I want because it's got all this glue on it, because I want it to be able to take some ink. So yeah, see, look at that. That just lifted right off. Let me try drying it real quick. Well, that's not helping it. I'll try drying this side too. See, they're both kind of soggy, even though, so I threw away the first circles. These are kind of soggy. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry like for hours. Not happy with the glue that ended up getting in here, because the next step is to spray it with spray stain and ink and all that. And I don't think the glue is going to make me happy. However, while I was taking my little Tai Chi class with my son, I was thinking this was going to end up in the garbage, because I was sure it was going to come back and be real frustrated and throw it away. But it did dry. So, like, my first thought is that this fabric fix was not a good choice. I think it says it dries quickly, but it doesn't dry as quickly as like the Collage Medium. This dries quicker. I should have just gone with this. You know, I should have just run out and bought a hot glue gun, but I wasn't into that. And I don't know that I'll ever make another one of these kind of rosettes again. If I ever have that thought. If I go, you know, that was really fun, I'm going to do it again, well, I'm going to watch this video and remind myself that it wasn't fun. But the other thing is that, yeah, I would definitely buy, if I ever want to do these again, I would definitely buy the rosette. But for now, I am going to let this dry and come back to this tomorrow. I think also with the watercolor paper, this was really, really, you know, it was thick paper, and I just think it was too easy for it to, you know, like push itself out. Whereas if I had not used watercolor paper, just used regular paper, I wouldn't have had that problem. I already know that I'm going to cut this area. I had to mend some of it. As I was going through the video, so much of it is out of frame that I decided that, But for right now, I'm going to keep this all together. This is still soft. So I'm going to keep this all together. I put, when I first used the Fabric Fix, I put one of my Tim Holtz stamping blocks on this, and I can't get that Fabric Fix off. It didn't hold this at all, but it stuck like forever on my acrylic block, which is sad. So I found this, which I really don't care whether this lid gets ruined or not. It's a little better disbursement of weight anyway. So I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. We'll be back to see if we can make this card. Oh my, I did come up with multiple ways of getting a similar look with not a rosette. So we'll see how this all turns out. But if you enjoyed this, yeah, this was hard. This frustrated me. This was hard. But if you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Or if you just want me to feel good, because I had a hard day today with this. Also, hit that notification bell and subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, rosettes. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes tomorrow, okay? We'll see you then. Bye.